Leads and inquiries. You've probably heard these terms used before interchangeably. What's the difference between a lead and an inquiry? And why is it really important to manage your leads effectively? And why is it really important to be on top of all your inquiries? Let's have a look at the difference between leads and inquiries and a system or a blueprint for better managing leads and inquiries in your business. So what is an inquiry? An inquiry is any kind of communication with your business where the person communicating wants to know some information. Maybe they want to get some advice, they want to know a price, they want to know about a product, they want to know if you can provide them with a particular service. And how do you receive those inquiries into your business? Well, for a lot of people, there's a phone call, incoming phone calls, random, non-contact form inquiries via email, web contact forms. So we've got information coming in via a web contact form, Facebook Messenger. There could be forms on a landing page. There could be messages in Instagram. So there could be any number of different channels by which you're going to be receiving inquiries. And it's important that once those inquiries are received, we have a standard way of handling and managing those inquiries. So what's the difference between an inquiry and a lead? So obviously someone's filled in your contact form. That's an inquiry, let's say, into your business about a particular product or service. That's also classified as a lead because that person may be a customer in the future and may want to do business with you. What about you've gone to a networking event or an event and you receive someone's business card? Is that an inquiry? No, I think it's not an inquiry necessarily. It may be the person's inquired. They've asked you, can we chat next week? Here's my business card. In that case, it's probably an inquiry. But it's a lead because you've got their contact details. You don't know whether you'll ever do business with them, but that's something that you're going to need to manage. So let's have a look at the process. There's a distinction there, between leads and inquiries, but let's have a look at the process for handling inquiries more effectively. So you receive an inquiry into your business through your web contact form. The first stage, I call this the capture stage. It's the first of the 5 C's. So the 5 C's, by the way, are capture, confirm, communicate, contact, and convert. So the first stage, we need to have a system for capturing that information via a web form or via any of those other channels in your business. So the next stage after capture is confirm, the C for confirm. So what we want to do is someone's actually filled in our web contact form or they've sent us an inquiry. We need to confirm that we've received the information from them, we've received the communication from them. So that would look like, for example, when someone's filled in your contact form, sending them an automatic email saying, thank you very much for your inquiry, we will be in touch shortly. Now, if it's within the hour or a day, you could say that. Typically, don't want to tie yourself down too much, say shortly. Now, here's an important thing. It's important that communication goes out instantaneously because anyone who's filled in your inquiry form may well be shopping around. They may well have gone on to other businesses to ask similar questions. If you respond to them immediately with an automated inquiry, it's going to help them to have a positive impression of your business. Now, the timer is really running because at this stage, we need to get back to them. We need to actually contact them to talk about their inquiry. The longer we leave getting back to them, the more difficult it will be to close business or to actually convert that inquiry, which is a lead, into an opportunity in your business. So once we've actually captured the inquiry and we confirm back to them that we've actually got their inquiry and will be in touch as soon as possible, the next of the C's, the next of the 5 C's is the communicate C, and that's about communicating with your team internally to let people know inside of your team that we've actually got an inquiry. Now, what I do myself personally is I use more than one channel. So if you're using Slack or Microsoft Teams or email, of course, or SMS, we can decide that all inquiries into our business also result in a Slack message or also result in an independent email being sent to a member of our team to advise them it's time to follow up. Now, in parallel, because we're integrating with the CRM, we can use the CRM to create activities, follow-up activities that go into team members' calendars that will say, for example, in a few hours' time or even straight away, we need to actually communicate back to that customer to say, to answer their inquiry. So that's really, really important. Now, the next piece that we have to look at is the contact stage. And that's where the team member is actually contacting that person. So they're actually going to be contacting that person via telephone or email, but they're looking in their calendar or they're being reminded, and then they're going to reach out and make that direct contact. And all those contacts and all the information that we gather during that phase has to be logged somewhere. So we recommend either having an inquiry, an offline sort of inquiry form, offline in the sense that it's not going to be used by customers, it's used internally to log the inquiry so we can get a bit more information. And then the final stage is convert, which is where we're actually talking to that customer, that potential customer, and we're actually going to qualify them. Is this someone we would like to do business with? Is this someone who we can help? So do we have a service that they need that we can provide them with? Is it someone who's got the capacity to pay? So do they have the correct budget? Is it also someone who is who's actually a decision maker, who can make a decision to purchase our product? So there are a number of different criteria we'll need to go through on this phone call. At the end of the phone call, hopefully, if they're a good fit, we've qualified this lead. The lead is now a prospect, and we can start working through the pipeline. So this is what I call the inquiry module, and we can create automations within this module itself to streamline that entire process. But the basics behind inquiry, there are 5 C's to take care of. Capture, so making sure we have a place where we can capture leads consistently. Confirm, always confirm the fact that someone's made that inquiry into your business. Communicate, so actually communicate with your internal team about any new inquiry that comes in. Contact, so that's where you reach out and actually place have a booking in your calendar, a place where you can be reminded that you have to phone that person or contact that person. And then finally convert, which is actually having that conversation, qualifying the lead, and then hopefully they become a prospect you can start working on business opportunities with. So that's the basic framework for inquiry management. If you'd like to know more, by all means jump on my website and book a virtual coffee, and we can definitely talk more and see how effective inquiry management can be in your business.